Friends always ask me how to write a good character. Easy, I say. Make 'em suffer. Fiction's about suffering. There was nothing special about her, really. She just had a real knack for suffering.
Excuse me. Why are you taking notes?
All therapists take notes.
Oh. Am I allowed to read them after?
That's not how this works.
Oh. I think I'm having friend problems. By that, I mean my entire friend group abandoned me last week, and now I only have one friend left.
I'd rather have 4 quarters than 100 pennies. Al Capone. The value of friendship is greatly overstated in my field.
You know the one friend I have left? She's been acting super weird lately. I feel like we're drifting apart.
Friendship's a lot like a television show. The first season has potential, and it gets better and better until you get to season 4, and then it just gets repetitive and stupid, and they start having celebrity cameos like Jean-Claude Van Damme or Nancy Reagan or Cher, just to keep people watching.
I just don't know how to tell her how I really feel without offending her and losing her for good.
If you design your life around other people's feelings, you'll be too afraid to say anything. I mean, you're bound to offend someone sooner or later, but you can't let that stop you from being brutally honest. Have you ever played Minesweeper on the computer?
I told her how I really felt, and she started crying and told me to get my ignorance out of her face. She was my best friend since preschool. I don't think I can just go on without her.
But to quote Samuel Beckett, I can't go on, I'll go on.
A lot of kids from my school are only applying to state college this year. It might be nice to see some familiar faces around, but I just don't really think it's for me, so I think I'm gonna look into some other options.
Choice is greatly overrated, in my opinion. Wayne Gretzky's father threw a hockey stick at him when he was 3 years old. Did he choose that? No, but did it stop him from winning the Stanley Cup a whopping 4 times?
So, at state next year, I was thinking I could just see the school counselor. Cause I can't drive all the way up here every week.
I need you because we're making such great literature. I mean progress. We're making great progress. We'll just have to talk on the phone while you're away at school, won't we, honey?
So, my professor from my writing seminar said I should look into poetry. And my literature professor said my paper on Wordsworth was really good and that I have a poet's ear. She actually said that. Yeah, and I've been reading a lot of poetry lately, and I was thinking that poetry might actually be something I'd be really interested in studying. Yeah, I could double major, or I could just drop accounting altogether.
The idea that doing something you enjoy will make you happy is actually a fallacy. Those things could mean anything. When all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail.
It's just that I've worked insanely hard to get where I am today, and I don't think I can just lend half of my time to some guy that I don't feel that, spark with.
Sure, maybe this Joe isn't the one or someone you're compatible with or some other ludicrous myth our culture spoon-fed us, but why shouldn't you just give him a shot? When you get old, you realize that dating's a lot like Russian roulette. You just gotta keep trying until you finally get one that gives you that kick.
We're not even finished college yet. I love him, but he's not my soulmate or anything. In fact, I think getting engaged might be one of the worst decisions I've ever made in my life.
Marry him. If you still feel this way in a few years, we'll consider an extramarital affair. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
I think we've decided to have the baby. But that's the thing. I don't think I can take care of it and finish school at the same time. And I don't know if Joe can make a good enough salary on his own after graduation. And God only knows what I'll do without a degree.
Honey, accounting is a job. Motherhood is a career.
I don't know if I can afford these sessions anymore with the baby's expenses and everything.
Well, we'll do them for free. We've known each other for ages. I can give you a few freebies until you get back on your feet.
I don't think Joe and I can go on like this. The library isn't giving me nearly enough hours here. You know, I think we should just call my parents and see if we can stay with them for a while.
Everybody thinks that being in a position to support a family means being the pig who built the house of bricks. But didn't the Twigs one do just as well?
Is it normal for your hair to fall out when you're this young?
You're an old soul.
I really wish I'd gotten my degree looking back now. I mean, I know more than your average librarian, but there's just so much that I don't know about the world.
Everyone has knowledge gaps. Shakespeare didn't know about Einstein's theory of relativity.
I think I've hit my low point. Joe's gone. He got custody. The library assigned me to scratch out all the vulgarities that children scratched into the children's books. I feel tossed aside, useless, like the two ends of the loaf of bread that nobody wants to eat. I just don't know how I made all these poor decisions. I mean, what was I thinking?
The end. We're ready to publish. Fiction is about life.
Not my life!
Fiction is about suffering.
Not my suffering! Look at my life! I'm a librarian!
A top-tier librarian.
Oh, I am gonna sue the crap out of you. Maybe that'll give me enough money to get out of this.
It won't.
Yeah, well, we'll see about that, won't we?
How'd you like to be credited as a co-writer for this sequel to...
What?
Therapist and patient turn writing duo. This'll be the biggest shock to the literary community since the semicolon.
Why should I?
You can make a little money now, or we could help turn this little novel into a multi-million-dollar enterprise. Picture it, a big screen adaptation, a spin-off television series, a line of dolls.
What would I have to do?
Suffer.
Well, I do have a knack for it, don't I?